5 foods that destroy leg strength in seniors over 60. What may seem like an innocent choice on the plate could be silently undermining leg strength, affecting balance, mobility, and even the independence of those over 60. It's harsh to say, but many seniors consume daily foods that accelerate muscle loss, inflame the body, and impair circulation. And the worst part, they don't even realize it. These foods, common in breakfasts, snacks, and even main meals, may be quietly sabotaging leg health. This opens the door for falls, joint pain, and difficulty climbing stairs or walking. But there's a turning point. By identifying and eliminating these dietary villains, rapid improvements in muscle strength, energy, and quality of life can be noticed. Several studies published in scientific journals like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have linked these foods to declines in lean mass and increased sarcopenia, the technical term for age-related muscle loss. The good news is that by avoiding the right ingredients, this process can be halted and even partially reversed. Before we begin, tell me in the comments where you're watching this video. We'd love to know how far our videos are reaching. Let's continue. Number 1. Refined sugar and sugar-rich foods. Few realize it, but refined sugar is one of the biggest saboteurs of leg muscle strength in those over 60. Constant consumption of sweets, sodas, and processed desserts increases inflammation levels in the body, directly affecting muscle health. This chronic inflammation interferes with muscle fiber recovery, weakens joints, and reduces the energy needed for simple daily activities. Walking for a few minutes or rising from a chair can become a challenge with no apparent cause. Have you ever felt like this? Excess sugar is also directly linked to insulin resistance, a process that hinders the absorption of nutrients essential for muscles. Without nutrients like magnesium and vitamin D, legs lose firmness and stability. It's as if the body is in silent failure mode. This is why replacing refined sugar with healthier alternatives, such as dried fruits with no added sugar, dates, or even a small amount of raw honey in moderation, can make a big difference. The key here is to reduce glucose spikes that destroy muscle strength. Additionally, studies from Harvard Medical School show that high blood glucose levels accelerate muscle aging and impair circulation in the extremities. With less blood and oxygen reaching the legs, muscle regeneration becomes compromised. Have you noticed how some elderly people have thin, weak legs even if they eat well? Sugar might be one of the main culprits. And the problem isn't always in obvious sweets, but also in ready-made sauces, cereals, and even light products. Now, stop and think. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Many start the day with whole grain cereals that, in practice, are hidden sugar bombs. This first meal sets the energy level and muscle strength for the rest of the day. It's worth checking labels and rethinking choices early in the day. But what to do if sugar has been part of your routine for decades? The answer will become clearer when you understand the second food on the list, which many consider convenient but is mercilessly weakening their legs. Number 2. Ultra-processed foods and fast food. Ultra-processed foods such as frozen burgers, nuggets, ready-made pizzas, and packaged snacks may seem convenient, but they are silent enemies of leg strength. They contain a dangerous combination of trans fats, chemical additives, and excess sodium, which together inflame muscles and overload the body. This directly affects the ability to maintain active and healthy muscle mass. Over time, the person begins to feel weaker, with tired legs even after minor efforts. Have you ever felt that your body is slower than before? This weakness often does not stem from age, but from the ingredients disguised as convenience. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that frequent fast food consumption is linked to an accelerated decline in muscle function and cardiovascular health. This means that, in addition to affecting muscles, these foods also harm circulation, making it harder for nutrients to reach the legs. Without nutrients, there is no way to maintain strength, balance, or stability. Therefore, Replacing these products with simple homemade meals containing vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains is already a major step. Another important point is that ultra-processed foods often create dependency, tricking the palate and brain with artificial flavors. This causes the body to crave this type of food more and more, creating a cycle that wears down muscles and raises toxin levels. A good exercise is to try a 7-day test without fast food. Just 1 week is enough to notice more energy in the legs and a clear improvement in mood and sleep. Could you go a week without any industrialized food? It's not about cutting out everything at once, but making smart swaps. A quick snack could be a whole grain bread sandwich with avocado and boiled egg, for example. The difference is felt in walking energy, balance, and even posture. And if you think the problem lies solely in these industrialized products, wait until you see the next item. It's on almost everyone's table and seems harmless, but it hides a profound impact on leg health. Number 3, white breads and pastas. That warm breakfast bread or dinner pasta might seem harmless, but the truth is that foods made with refined white flour are true thieves of muscle energy. They quickly turn into blood sugar, causing glycemic spikes that inflame the body and hinder the absorption of essential nutrients. This directly affects the leg muscles, which require constant stability and regeneration. Ever wondered why so many people feel heaviness in their legs after meals? White flour is low in fiber and high in processed starch. This not only harms digestion, but also interferes with gut health, which has a direct impact on muscle strength. An inflamed intestine absorbs fewer vitamins and minerals, ultimately weakening joints and muscles. Studies from the Cleveland Clinic indicate that diets rich in refined carbohydrates are associated with greater loss of lean mass in the elderly. Worse yet, these foods are even present in fit or fake whole grain products. Replacing white bread with 100% whole grain versions or options like sourdough bread can help a lot. Instead of traditional pasta, try using chickpea pasta or spiralized zucchini. These simple swaps not only preserve leg strength but also boost daily energy. Have you tried any of these alternatives? Share in the comments which one caught your attention the most. These foods are sneaky because they are often staples in many families' diets. But daily repetition is what turns the habit into a serious muscular problem. And speaking of habits that seem normal but deeply affect the body, the next item on the list is something found at parties, dinners, and even family gatherings. However, its constant consumption might be draining the strength from your legs without you even noticing. Number 4, excessive alcoholic beverages. Although alcohol is socially accepted and even encouraged in many circles, frequent consumption seriously harms muscle strength, especially in the legs. Even small doses, when consumed regularly, disrupt protein synthesis, an essential process for maintaining lean mass. This means the body has more difficulty repairing muscles after any physical exertion. The result: weakness, imbalance, and a feeling of tiredness in the legs. Have you ever felt like you need to sit down more often than before? Alcohol also promotes muscle dehydration, something that goes unnoticed but directly impacts physical performance. A dehydrated muscle loses elasticity, strength, and endurance, making simple tasks like climbing stairs or walking more demanding. According to the National Institute on Aging, excessive alcohol also impairs the absorption of nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, and vitamin B12, all vital for the proper functioning of muscles and nerves. And when the body senses this shortage, the legs are the first to suffer. It's not necessary to cut out alcohol completely, but rather rethink the frequency and quantity. An occasional glass of wine, especially paired with a protein and vegetable-rich meal, is not the issue. What weakens the legs is the habit of drinking regularly, without balance. Have you ever tried going a week without consuming any alcoholic beverages to notice how your body responds? This break might surprise even those who consider themselves moderate drinkers. The impact of alcohol goes beyond muscles. It interferes with sleep, cellular recovery, and even emotional balance. All of this indirectly affects physical energy and motivation to stay active. And if alcohol has such a prevalent yet disguised side effect, the next item on the list is no less impactful. It is seen by many as practical and even protein-rich, but it hides substances that are silently compromising circulation in the legs and undermining muscle strength. Number 5. Processed and cured meats. Ham, sausage, salami, mortadella. These foods seem convenient and tasty, but they hide a profound impact on muscular health, especially in the legs. Rich in sodium, saturated fats, preservatives, and nitrates, they create an inflammatory environment within the body. This inflammation harms circulation, which is essential for delivering nutrients to the muscles. When the legs do not receive the oxygen and minerals they need, they begin to silently lose strength and endurance. Studies from the World Cancer Research Fund show that processed meats are associated with a higher risk of chronic diseases. But what few mention is the direct impact on muscular health. The excess sodium present in these foods also causes fluid retention, leaving the legs more swollen, heavy, and tired. Have you noticed how, after a snack with cured meats, the body seems slower and lacking energy? This is no coincidence. It is the reflection of the inflammatory effect on your body. Fortunately, there are smart substitutions that maintain the flavor and preserve the health of the legs. Instead of ham or mortadella, try homemade seasoned shredded chicken, natural pâtés made with chickpeas or boiled eggs. They are convenient options, full of protein and without the harmful additives. For those who find it hard to quit the habit, it is worth trying a 10-day test without cured meats. During this period, it is common to notice improvements in energy, lightness in the legs, and even in digestion. The health of the legs does not depend only on exercise or age, but also on the small decisions made in front of the refrigerator. It is in these details that strength, balance, and independence are built. And now that the main culprits have been revealed, the question remains: could what seems harmless on your plate be silently sabotaging your quality of life? Now that the 5 foods that weaken leg strength have been exposed, it is impossible to look at your own diet the same way again. The loss of muscle strength doesn't happen overnight. It is the result of small decisions repeated over years, often without notice. But the good news is that the path can be reversed with simple, conscious, and accessible choices. It's not about cutting everything at once, but about starting with small substitutions that generate big results for the body and life. After all, who doesn't want to climb stairs with firmness, walk long distances without fatigue, or maintain total independence even after 60? It all starts on the plate. And now that you know the hidden saboteurs of muscle strength, the question is, what will you remove from your next meal? Write in the comments which of these foods you consume most daily. Your experience could help others facing the same challenge. And more importantly, what kind of diet do you want to have over the next 10 years? Because the body you'll have at 70 is being built now, on today's plate. Don't wait for weakness to set in to take action. This is the time to turn information into action. And if this content opened your eyes to something no one had ever told you before, imagine what's coming in the next videos. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now and hit the bell. This way, you'll keep learning how to protect your health and ensure a long life with strength, mobility, and autonomy. Your body will thank you for it.